back to some programming. Hope everyone's doing well today. Hope everyone's had a good day so far. Oh, I am a bit weird at the moment. Had terrible sleep last night. I have no good reason for it either. And I'm a little annoyed because it seems that my restream stuff is just broken somehow, and I can't be fucking arsed trying to do the finesse required to fix it. I'll be honest at this point. And that's currently not displaying the correct thing. Let's see. Why is it? Yeah, it should be transmitting the correct one. That is weird. There we go. Fixed it. Alright. But yes, where was I? So, talking to stuff to get done today. We've been plodding away at the weapon rework for quite a while now, I'd say. Interesting. Might need to look at that. Anyway, sorry. So, I've been plodding away at this rework for a while now, and I'm gonna be honest, I think I need a mild break from it. Because, dear lord, doing the exact same piece of code for as long as I'm gonna need to is gonna take forever, and it's draining my sanity and my interest. As well as, simply put, this is non-essential. This is just like improving systems. Theoretically, I could do this to none of the current weapons and get away with it. But future weapons, I can do it via this way. Which means I will still do it to the old weapons, it's just less important. So, I'm going to spend my time on something that is for the next update. So it's not going to get fully implemented, but I kind of want to work on it because that would be interesting. So we're going to be mainly looking at enemy stuff today, because I think I've talked about this before, but where is it? Enemy waves, spawning, special attacks, stuff like that. This is stuff that's not needing to be done this update, but moving on. That just used in watch game maker tutorial. Is it essential a talent for maths and physics? Fuck no. It helps, but it's very, very far from needed. Hell, the amount of times I pull up the calculator on desktop is indicative of the fact that it thing. For programming, no. You wanna, let's see. You wanna see some assignment work for a moment? No, that's not what I wanted to open. Fuck. Close you. I'm gonna prove the point of you do not need again, it's maths and physics really doesn't help at all, but maths kind of helps. So this is where I have to program a lot of my assignments with Visual Studio stuff. So I'm going to show one that's not too current of an assignment so I don't get in trouble. This one's broken. I'm going to say this now because it died to a compression change. But this is supposed to be a model renderer. which is something you do not need to do. If you use Game Maker, you do not need to do this. What I'm doing here is I'm creating hexagons and quads, and I'm just drawing them, and in this case they're drawing with images, and this one has an animation. If we go to the CPP over here, you'll see that how much of this actually looks like maths, and how much of this do you think is just numbers that fill spots and has nothing to do with maths? Because like here is where you set the vertexes, which is your your points. And since everything's technically made up of like triangles and shite, the point is you just need to know the language, and then you can develop from there. If you only look at tutorials, only code in Game Maker, you'll get far. And I stand by my statements that I've made in the past. One of the most famous indie games is one of the worst fucking programmed things in the universe, which is Undertale. Then a current one that's really, really popular is Balatro. That one has a bunch of shitty switch statements in it that make me want to cry when I hear that's how it's programmed, but it's a really fun game. So, is it essential to know maths for programming? No, but it helps. If you can understand basic mathematics, you'll be fine. If you understand more complex mathematics, you can do more interesting stuff. That is genuinely the case. Because, again, it's one of those, look through my code and you'll see how not often there's these interesting mathematic equations going on. It is more the stuff. Like, just asking, thank you. All good. No, I mean, it's one of my things of, I did a degree in education. I love clarifying information when I can, but like, yeah, this is probably a good example here. This is probably as like, if you can understand this, you understand enough mathematics to be able to program. That's what I would probably kind of put it at, because this is a fairly basic system here. I hope that makes sense. And if this doesn't make sense, that's fine. Feel free to ask and I can explain it very, very quickly. So I was going to... How do I want to approach this? God, that audio is very loud to me for a moment there. I remember a bit about that. Yeah, like, it's the shorthand of this is, it's just like, is this object's x coordinates greater than this one? And the coordinates of the one that we're dealing with, and is the image scale less than 0? If so, times it by -1, which just inverts it to being either a positive or a negative, depending on what it is. That's all it's doing. So what it's basically saying is, if it's currently a negative, which means it will be facing to the left, but the player is to the right, then flip it. And then this is the exact opposite of that. Right? So it's... I mean, if you want... Where is it? Like, this is where I probably got more into mathematics here, and this was completely unnecessary. Because I will say this now, this code here would have been as easy to change to point direction. This, like, all of this code here is the raw version of the point direction. It's getting the mouse's position, and then it's getting drawing the, basically it's drawing a triangle to where the mouse position is, so it knows where to point. It's getting the X distance and the Y distance of it, and then from that it will create the line in between. And that's probably as complex as you'll ever need to get with some stuff. And that was just me because I wanted a bit more control over a few things. Very, very unnecessary. But that's where you start getting into like that more complex math. If you're dealing with Game Maker, you do not need to do it. It does a lot of things for you. That is the beauty of it. So how do I want to approach this functionality? This is the difficult part, because I do not know how I want to approach this functionality. So let me pull up Paint to kind of show what I'm thinking about, because I kind of know where to get with some of it, but not all of it. So the idea of what I'm going to implement is I'm going to implement a system where it will go from point A to point B, the AI, and the point B will change based on the movement. Now, what this means is potentially, as an example point, if I want it to go from, using this example, here's the screen. Very poor drawing of the screen. I wanted to go from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen and just go out of vision, and then it'll get rid of itself. Because it's kind of like the attack waves in Vampire Survivors, Holocure, those sorts of games, right? Where they have a thing where it's like, oh look, there's an alert coming from this direction. The enemies are coming this way, and then a wave of enemies will cross along that direction, and you'll have to try and avoid them or try and kill them. That is what I'm kind of going to aim to design today, is basically just getting, figuring out where it is. So for now, I'll design it only with the 4 points in mind. So starting at the top, starting at the top, starting at the bottom, starting at the right, starting at the left, and then going to the opposite. That is what I'm going to work on for now. If I want to do something like diagonal or anything like that, or slightly more interesting ones, I will design that system further, but I just want to get this working for now and then figure out a good trigger mechanism. Now, for the most part, I can get a good answer for this, which is pretty easy, which is we will have a function that spawns them, and then there will be a kind of a bool that tells it if it's a path or not. If it is, then it will move, instead of the move to player, it'll instead move to path, or move to yeah, move to path. And then we will just have in the step event path modified by movement. do need to add when not pause. Because we do have an issue with that sometimes where one of those numbers gets locked in when it's paused, and if I leave it to do it while it's not paused, then it will just flood the number with something and give it a wrong coordinates point. We should also add, in addition to the path, a timer. For its lifetime. Now, some of this functionality I do want to play around with in a more universal setting than just the enemies. Because I've talked about this before, but this is kind of what I also want with some of the weapons. Is like if a weapon sends out a slash or a projectile of some kind and it would just, it's all designed to go off screen. This is kind of what I want for it as well, so I might try and make this code very malleable. So I'm gonna go into scripts and I'm gonna make my own new script for this. So for now, I'm just going to call it pathing movement. Should also change this to reflect. So, let's list it off here. Need to set bool. Need to set point to angle. So we're probably gonna have to pass in direction, which will be our angle. Need distance based on angle, which that we won't pass through. That's probably just best to not pass through. Because what we'll probably need to do for this one is get the edge of screen plus a buffer. Oh my god, cats, you really need to like better coordinate yourselves. One of mine cats, right, has the just, he must be involved in some way. And he must be like cuddled in and all this sort of stuff, which is partly because of a behavior thing that was taught to him by the old people that I lived with, which is one I told them not to do, but you know, they wouldn't listen to me. Anyway, point is that now he actually injures himself to try and cuddle in. So what he'll do is, for example, if he's coming from underneath my desk, he will jump and smash his head into the top of the desk just to try and get onto my lap. He will not take no for an answer as a trying to get on your lap unless you like tell him 3 times the exact same way, but then he'll try a different way. And then he'll forget that he did the first way once he's failed the second way, and then he'll return and do that. And he does not care who it impacts on the way as well. So my other cat, which was just sitting here very comfortably in like the only little bit of space between me and the desk, currently is now, I'm having to move a bit to accommodate the fact that both of them are on my lap again. And this other one that I have is much older and much more fragile, so I'm actually getting really, really frustrated with his actions. Right, anyway. Not getting off too much more off topic. Edge of screen plus buffer. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the direction that it's coming from. We're going to take its origin, which that's already something it can pull. And then we will figure out from there where the buffer point is. Because I believe there is actually a value for, like, screen. Thing. Well, I mean, there's several values, but because I believe the player coordinates does not ever change, right? Everything else about the room changes. So with that being the case, Actually, I'm gonna test that by, let's go to the UI quickly, and I just wanna put in something quickly. To dev something. That should give me what I want. Okay. Oy, oy, oy. Just love seeing your buy function. That is mildly entertaining to me, actually. So in this room it changes, that's fine. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about, Cat. You are now sitting on top of the other one. No, fuck off. If you do that shit again, both of you are going off my lap, and I'm making a solid rule on that again. Okay, so it seems to be transferring over to... It's keeping the coordinates. So, therefore, I need to have that change. It's, by the way, I want to stress, it's because I'm the warm spot of the house and it is cold at the moment. I know why he's doing it. Doesn't stop the fact that it's really frustrating. Where is it again that I want? It's button functions, right? No, it's not here. It's in rooms. Okay, let's do this then. So it would be, what is the value I'd want for this? I have so many things I need to change now that I think about it. Fuck. Because yeah, that's all I have is a camera width. So this should correctly position the character. So 400 and 225. Cool. So that guarantees me bad aspect. So that gives me some assurance of where the player is going to be. There should be no deviation on that. They will consistently be in that spot, which is good. So because the thing is, it's not even image angle that we need for the direction. So for because what is the code I have for the enemy controller? Enemy handling. Point direction. So How do I want to do this? Okay, this requires a lot of reworking, I can already see them. So I'm going to start with that reworking. Because the slow handling should now go outside of walking. Okay, and then I believe it's in here. I actually have that list, right? No? Is it in that controller? Indeed it is. Okay. Stunned pathing. There we go. Oh, hey, your friend. There you go. So we got that. So now we go if else. Be state enemy dot pathing. Chilling before bed. How's my day been? My day's been alright. I mean, it's only just started, and outside of the fact that I had like a really broken sleep for God knows reasons, it's been not too bad. Sorry, I'm also like half focused on this, so I know that I'm being like horrendously bad for this. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Fixing broken sleep schedule is such a pain. See, that's the thing. I kind of broke my sleep schedule, but I've also kind of not. I've had a couple of late nights recently. And that's basically it, right? I've had a couple of those in the recent weeks. But for the most part, I'm still fine. I'm getting to bed at a good time. I'm just not having... whoops, that still needs to be 0. I'm... What? Expected expression. The fuck expression are you expecting? Oh. It's else if, not if else. Oh my god. I'm having a fucking brain break. Let's go. There we go. Okay. So I do need to add to enemy parent. Ignore all that. Let's see. That, and then I need to go. Where is it? Yeah, no, I used to have really bad sleep though. I think I've talked about this a few times in different situations where it's just I used to sleep like 3 hours a week. I was horrendously bad for it, and then I saw myself getting to a point where it was too much. I had gone past that point. And then I went and did a lot, like year or two of like intensive work to try and fix my sleep. And that's why now I go to bed at like 7, 8, wake up at 4 in the morning and do that every day. Just like today, I woke up at 1 o'clock, then fell asleep again, then woke up at like 3 o'clock, then woke up again at like 10 past 5, which was really bad because my alarm goes off at 5. So it means that I would have. This is where I point out like how bad my sleep's always been. If I set an alarm, I would sleep through it most of the time. Nowadays, I wake up before my alarms. That's always how I do it. So take that as you will. But yeah, not gonna see plus equal. No, it's minus equal. Sorry, minus equal. Be horizontal movement, and then there we go. But yeah, no, that was an annoying time, I have to say. Okay, so now I beg the question, how do I reset from stun to thing? I need to create a hold value, right? So this would be state hold equals state how much is this handled here? Yeah, see, this could be handled on the top end, and then the bosses just override. Cool. So that does mean I have to change how I approach stuns, which is annoying. No, it's more annoying the fact that, again, fucking restream's not working at the moment. I just looked over to just double check. I don't know why it broke. I'm gonna have to do something about that on Friday. Because I feel like I did do the last Friday stream or via restream. It was just this week have not been able to get it working. So I might need to look at that. Something may have changed. Okay, so you know what we're going to do is we're going to search for this. And then how do we do the stun cleanup? How do we unstun? Here we go. ID dot stay God damn it. State hold. Still creates an issue with this because it won't be pathing while it's stunned, so it won't do this change. So instead of checking for this, let's change this to if it's greater than 0, do this. There we go. That would probably be better. There's an argument to be made that instead I could do an off the cusp calculation. I don't know if I like that though. So what I could be doing instead, so what I'm doing at the moment is I'm telling it this is its end point, this is its start point, and then moving the end point as necessary when the player moves. So that sounds good and works theoretically, but like if the no, I think that's fine. Have it move a set distance. Yeah, because then I wouldn't need to create a timer, right? Because if it's a set distance and it's only getting modified by the movement. Yeah, if it's getting modified by the movement. So my fear is if the player moves this way, then this keeps moving that way, but it won't. Because we're minusing it, it will move this way. So we need to just actually be, so we need to set a distance at the, on the function. Direction and distance. So we won't actually do distance based on angle, we'll do distance based on, thing. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So, wow, that actually makes a lot of things really, really easy. So we'll need to get the current X and current Y. So this function will be run on creation of a character. This is the thing that we need to keep in mind. So, with that being the case, I can make some offset functions to do certain things, but we'll sort that out shortly. We're just gonna work on the main thing. Distance might need to have some weird calculation to it though. So like, that would be for weapons specifically, so we'll sort that out in a bit. Okay. So what do we do for this part? Can't you just root it in place? Root what in place? Target point, what would be the math behind this? What would be the calculation? How would I figure it out? Aren't we talking about stun? I'm not talking about stun at the moment, no. I've been talking about stun for a while. Stun's a system that's perfectly fine. It was the switching out of stun was the problem. Because stun is a state. If we go to this, you can see, so if it's stunned, its movement speed is 0 and its image is grayed slightly. Otherwise, it will do its normal movement. But it's a state on the object. And it's checking for that state, if it's stunned or not. And if an event is done, then it will impact it accordingly. As with... where was it? This. The stun effect. It'll switch its state to stunned. Like, this is a system that's been around for ages, and I'm probably not going to change it. Because it is how most games, in some capacity, do it, with varying complexity. Like, you'd be surprised at how many games do stun, attacking, moving, stuff like those states. Depends on the thing. No, I was just trying to make sure that if it was a walking state, it would return to walking. If it was a pathing state, it would return to pathing. That was the desire. No, at the moment I'm trying to figure out the equations that I need to do for setting the X and Y for the targeted location based off its direction and distance, which there's easy calculations for this, but I'm trying to think of the best one for what I want. Because of the way I'm kind of doing the movement, since the movement is technically not done on the object, it is done by the controller. So if I go to the enemy parent and go to its step event, technically speaking, nowhere here does it say what it's doing for movement. It has its movement speed sorted. Alright, like it's getting its movement speed organized, but it's not getting its movement done here. The movement of an enemy is done external to it. Well, it's done separate from it, but it's being pushed onto it, if that makes some sense. Because it's doing it a with, which means that with all of the objects that meet this condition, which every enemy exists, meets this condition. Well, enemy units at the moment is the specific for this. It will then check if it's stunned, if it's not. So this was the change that I just quickly made, is that instead of if walking, do this stuff, and then else, if it's stunned, do this. We've now done stunned, else, do the slow handling, so enemy can be slowed. Independent on what state it is, outside of not, like basically if it's not stunned, it can be slowed. Then, or the slows are effective, that's the wording I wanted. Otherwise, it'll do this stuff based on pathing. That's what that does. So the direction math is the part that's the hardest. I think I actually need to do some proper maths for this, and I'm not looking forward to them. Because I need to basically... So this is how I would get an angle. So how would I reverse do that? No, that's not really how that's done. So... Because I have the hypotenuse, so I would need I would need the inverse of getting a the hypotenuse. Sorry, my brain is just doing, again, whirling through. See, this is where you do start to need, I guess, math understanding, but there's a benefit I have, which is there's a thing called Google. Okay. So... Yes, I am having to do math. I'm not liking this. Sine alpha. Okay, so I need to oh, fuck, this is gonna be some really annoying maths. Because I think... this value gives me the wrong one. So this needs to be... I need to... oh god. Because alpha is for finding A. Beta is for finding B. Alpha is the direction on the... oh god. I hate doing maths. Alright, let's just get var angle equals... triangle with only one side. So, okay, wait. Okay, no, this is easier. This is easy. Okay, wait. I need to do cosine here. So it would be, and then I need to figure out how to do the angle correctly on this. So I have alpha, part of alpha angle. Because if I have, yeah, so it needs to be within 90, so I need to somehow devise ooh, this is really annoying. See, this is what I get for trying to do like a really good system. So again, I need to probably look at the other script more, because this actually has some of the stuff we want. Get angle facing point. So this is what we need. But I need to get, so how do I get angle facing point from okay, there we go. Let's see. How do you find what angle you would have to turn to be facing an object at a certain point? God, I love that I have to do math. I fucking hate this. All right, let's see. Find the angle from the x-axis of the direction through. No, it was a question. Move P to the origin, hence Q to find the angle. Oh, I hate doing this. Don't let math beat me. Fucking it will. I say that now. Cause there you go, Kat. You can sit on my lap for now. Because this is the thing, if I wasn't doing this equation, like the movement separate, this would be much easier. But that's not how this works. No, I don't care about finding instance coordinates. I want to find... Oh my god, did I fucking forget about those? I've used those before. Anger. There's always a simple answer. There's always a simple answer where I don't have to do maths. I fucking why did I not think about that? Ugh. See, this is why I was so confused. I'm like, I shouldn't have to do an equation. Those are the origins, so it'd be... So let's swap these around just because they're gonna need to. I'm so glad we spent so long on something that was so easy to fucking do. I probably don't even need to do that, I could just do XY. I did say that earlier, but hey. Ain't it so nice to fucking... Again, so this is what I was talking about earlier with the whole math thing, when I was asked the question. There is shit like this that basically solves that issue that I was having. Which was an issue that's really stupid that it took me that long to remember, because I have used this code before in a lot of places, and if you want proof of that, look at all of that! Wow, it's almost like it's used in a lot of places. I hate myself. Okay, Ignore the bull part because that's going to be done external to this based on its thing. Okay, and then on enemy parent, how do I do? It's in the controller. This. We should make this a function, honestly. It would make sense at this point. So, by doing this, it means it doesn't trigger on death effects or on kill effects, sort of thing. It gives no EXP and it gives no score. That is how that works. Yes. Okay. No, it's state enemy dot pathing. And then date hold equals state. Gotta make sure we do it that way for it all. So that's the enemy one of it. So it's when the enemy is spawned, do that. So then I want to have a function. spawn thing, enemy group. And we will have direction. Is it's only one for now. Okay. Just gonna do 10 for the moment. We might change this number around to not being such an absolute value, but hey. Okay, so oh yeah, that's what that was used for. That's not essential right now. Okay, okay. I'm gonna be back in just a second. I need to think about some things and I need to sort something out. Sorry, cat. You're gonna have to move to the side. Alrighty. There we go. Kitty happy. The other one not so happy. Still giving me the glare. So I can just do no repeats. Is it like just one repeat of it? And set its spawn location. Yeah, okay, cool. What do we pass through for the spawn? That, okay, cool. And now this is where we start getting to the interesting stuff. So for direction, how do I want to do this? Okay, so this is gonna be a weird one. I think this is just the best way to do it for now. We'll see about doing something better in the future. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Again, this is that whole like trying to get the idea in my head, and getting it right. Okay, so gotta get this right. Let's see. Global, so wait, width, camera width, divided by 2. Okay, and so we have there. Should be correct. And then the y equals dot y minus camera height divided by 2 we want a slightly bigger number and divide by 2.7. And spawn location is X, Y, change this 10 to repeats. Yeah, what am I doing? It's this, and then because this returns an array. Right? For now, I'm just going to do this because we're not going to have any other directions. I just need to get the testing going. camera height times 1.2, 1.3. We'll do that. And direction would be, I think it's 90, right? Because 0 is right, and then I think it goes clockwise. And then underscore x plus equals camera width divided by repeats. And then where is the player controller? I'll just tie it on there quickly. I think it's just right, isn't it? God, I haven't actually looked at the mouse controls in a while. Get input. M left click. I don't actually go right click in there, huh? Let's see. Should be the only one it's accommodating for, right? Yep. So let's see what happens. Good to know. How about I just toggle these off? Just as a assurance. So that's just crashing in general. I haven't actually clicked the button. Ah, me stupid. This would also need to go inside here. That would explain it. Cool. Gotta love when you're stupid about code. Does what you tell it to do, but if you're stupid and you write the wrong thing, then it will do exactly what you told it to do, and in the process, do something wrong. Which reminds me, I need to write a shader today. For one of my assignments, I need to finish writing a shader up so I can re-render things again. They might be outside of the acceptable spot. That spawn point. That could be a thing. For testing purposes, let's just do this. So it's just going to appear at the top of the screen. Well, they're going in the wrong direction. Which, that's fine. That is something that is as simple as just going, cool, I got this part wrong. But so far, that's looking good. We will want to probably add a speed modifier to them, maybe. Wait, seriously? Wait, I'm getting my maths wrong, aren't I? So... Yeah, no, it would be 270. Is the only other option. Don't know why I went to 120. Fucking... Brain. Brain go burr. There we go. Now let's see. Okay, so we'll give them a bit of buffer room to work with on the deletion side. That's fine. Because getting exact numbers is always really, really important, really, really difficult. There we go. So now we can play around with this a fair bit more. That's right, I need to improve the buffer range for that despawning quickly. Would be in here. Okay, so this is gonna be a nightmare. Okay, so first of all, let's do the thing for this. So if the position is here, we want to know if it is, if its x is greater than or equal to the target. If x is greater than or equal to the target, plus 10. 10 seems like a lot. 5. And minus 5. So this gives it more of a clamping sort of aspect, so it will give a little bit of leeway on either side of it. Oops. And we can adjust these numbers as necessary. Still not enough of a buffer, I guess. Let's var. Let's just make a little buffer variable so I can do this a bit faster and easier. I'm also going to potentially have to pass in modifiers as well. We'll see how that goes. Because like we said, we already probably want to pass in health modifier, speed modifiers. We might want to pass in health modifiers as well. See, they're still not getting to the target. I got this wrong way around. I think I got this one the wrong way around. No, that's not right. We'll see how it goes. It's all about testing after all. Yeah, I'm gonna kill a few on the way. It's just how it is. Too fragile. Yep, no, they're still not doing the thing. Let's see, if my X is greater than... No, it's gonna be less than this. And greater than this. Whoops. And then if this is less than this. And greater than this. That should get rid of it. And potentially now the buffer is too big again because I think I got the equation wrong. I think I got the equation very wrong. Yeah, okay. That's not what I want then. Alright, because this is... what is it again that I need? If X is less than the target buffer by thing. So what do we do this then? do not seem to be spawning still. I feel like I'm being really stupid right now. That's how it is always, right? Like, I just feel like they're not spawning right now. Yeah, it just feels like they're not spawning at all anymore. Interesting. Did I break this? No. And I don't think I broke this. I'm actually very confused at why that broke all of a sudden like that. Because I'm just not seeing any enemies. At all. Just gotta make sure that for some reason, like maybe the mouse button's just not working. Or could always be the case. It's weird, but it happens. So this spawn code here is triggering. Let's see if I need to spawn it more onto the screen or not. Or if it is just the purge code is broken. The purge code is broken. Cool. Confirm that. Whoops. This seems correct. Oh, you know what? That shouldn't be an or. It should be an and. That might have been a part of the issue, but I don't think I should have. I should have met the condition. Oh, okay, that was it. There we go. We've got a very basic wave spawning system now. Now to actually make it changeable. So we do this. Now, I'm probably just going to do with absolute cardinals like this. Let's see. Do I want to do it absolute cardinals? It leaves a lot of problems for later. That's what I can think of to work with. So wave type we won't work with for the moment because that's going to be something else, but we'll do sorry, Gat. Needed to kind of think for a moment. Because, okay, if we go here, How far back can I go? Not far enough, okay. So what I'm thinking is I make it so it takes the direction into consideration. So say, god damn it, this is the direction, and then what it will do is it will figure out whatever this direction is of it, and it will move in that direction if it's doing the thing. So then it will spawn at regulated intervals there. So we'll need to create a way of calculating this thing here. So, which is actually relatively easy, because it would just be minus 90, right? Let me just pull up right being 0, up being 90, left being 180, down being 270. So with that being the case, the weakness we have is distance calculation, because we need to do a distance calculation then. This was the reason why I didn't kind of want to do it this way, because now we need to figure out what the distance is between where I want it to go and where I want it to stop. Now, most of the time that's going to be the screened thing or something like that, so we probably should actually have that as a passed in variable of distance. Just to make things easier. So yeah, we need to do minus 90 degrees. Oh god, this is gonna be interesting. So we'll make it just some arbitrary value for the moment of 20. But no, we need to pass in a buffer. We said we were going to. Wave type. Buffer. So length is buffer. The direction is direction minus 90. And then we do the same to Y. So origin is going to have to be an array. Wave type buffer and repeats. So increase type doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so now we need to change the click to accommodate this. So distance was camera height times 1.3. The direction is 270. The origin is what we have currently still sitting there. There's the values. So we go here quickly and grab this value, which is X. Put that there. But we need to actually do this with it, because it needs to be in a room. And do the same with that. Wave type doesn't matter. Buffer. Again, some arbitrary number would be fine. I think I had it as... So it will be... We'll say 15 repeats, so I think we had it as... camera width divided by 15, and then we have 15. Some changes. We'll just leave it as this for now so we can actually ensure this works. And then we can also go back to here because we're going to have to remove the equals aspect of this because that was to accommodate the old system. So this can now be removed. Wave type is complaining. Yeah, no, I mean, that's not surprising. Okay, let's see if this functions accordingly. It does not. Oh no, there they are. Okay, so I needed to... Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, no, that's a mistake on my part. We go to player controller, and we change the equation of the origin for this one to plus, and it will work. Just need to remember that that's how that works. So what I mean by wave types as well, so that's going to be coming into it as well at some point. Wave type might be an interesting one. So in Haha, that's nice. And just make sure that they purge at the end. Cool beans. I love it. Okay, so what is meant by the wave type? And I don't think I'm gonna work. We could work on it today, actually, maybe. So what we have at the moment is this system, where what it's going to do is it's going to spawn a line. And it's constantly going to spawn this line. Now, this is great. I actually like this. This gets used for a lot of things. And again, reference to holocure, the game that has been good inspiration for this. You'll see waves that will come from the right, from the left, from up and down, sometimes all sorts of stuff for it. And there will be gaps in between you can kind of try and dodge between, stuff like that. This works perfectly for it. What we also want is Vampire Survivors has this a lot. I think also holocure, but we'll have it so it spawns one here, then like one here, then 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 one here, sort of thing. And it will spawn circles and it will be a spiral effect. So this is actually going to be a really interesting one because this is going to utilize some math stuff that we've done before. But I want to make it way better. So how do I do it? Because it's going to be basically an entirely different script. Is the short of it. So by the way, in this case, what I should actually be doing is only repeating 14 times because that makes it look nice. Or change the thing here to 16 and have this as 15. But honestly, I think it should have less repeats in general. Let's actually put this to 10 and put this to 11, and that would probably be actually what we would have for a wave spawn. Let's have a quick squiz at this one before I get really into the circles. Circles. Everybody hates circles. Yeah, see, that's cool. Can fit between. Oh dear god, that actually looks really menacing when I do it that way. So I may be able to spam click. Just as a little thing. Also, every time I click on one of those upgrades, it's going to do it, yeah. So they do get nudged around by the buffer range, which I'm mixed feelings on that one. We could make an argument that it shouldn't be. I don't think it's a bad thing, especially knowing that they're going to path anyway to where I want them to. What's going to be more interesting is when they're pulled and pushed around more aggressively in some capacity, because then they'll probably try and go diagonal to try and meet up with their original location. Which I'm fine with that, and honestly, I don't mind that. I will leave it as is. I don't want to work on the circular one, because that one I know is just going to be a pain to do. Like, it's really going to be a very, very difficult one to work with. Because it would be just copying and pasting one of the weapons I still look at and get confused by, which is Arkham Umbrella. So, take that as you will. But we do have that system, which is nice. So we're gonna just comment this out. And we'll probably yoink this and put it in something else at a later date. But that's the spawn system that I wanted. I'm happy with that. That took a lot less time than I actually thought it was going to, ironically enough. That was a lot more designable than I originally intended, or originally thought it would be. Now, again, we'll probably implement some of this to weapons as well, this pathing movement aspect. For the edge of screen concept, because that's just probably better. I can't think of anything else really to that argument. Like, we could pretty much write a quick version of this, which would be a function weapon pathing movement, which is really weird to call it that, right? So again, we probably put through pathing movement as X, Y. Distance is probably going to be consistent, but we're going to have a thing. And then direction is just going to be image angle. And the only thing we pass through is distance. However, we give it a default of camera width divided by .5. Does that sound reasonable? 1.7. We'll do 1.7. And then we can just pass this through on weapons that have a pathing movement. Or a pathing movement. It would be all of edge of screen ones will be this, basically. And this could be used for a lot of other things as well. Yeah, no, there's a lot of things that this can be used for. theoretically this could replace Honeybee's code as well, as just off the top of my head. There's all sorts, genuinely. It'd be interesting to see what happens with it. I don't want to implement it right now though, because again, like the weapons that would be implementing this for, not many of them have been currently reworked, and I don't really want to touch on weapons that haven't been reworked too much. But it's a system that is sitting here for when it is needed. I honestly think I've done a pretty solid job of today's work. Again, hopefully this indicates to people. This is something that I know not many people have talked on, but it is, I've seen it once or twice, and it just bugs me a little bit of the concept of, I do know what I'm doing with code. I'm very slow at the moment, but that's also because, one, I've got someone else I'm working with, so I'm kind of limited as long as I'm waiting for them to do stuff, which is fine. To each their own. People have their own pace of doing things, and I've got my assignments as well, so this gives me an excuse to also slow down. But that's the other thing. I've got my own life outside of this to work on, and yeah, I feel like I'm doing a good job for someone that's doing this extremely part-time, and I am fixing very old code and shitty code. I'm doing a good job, I feel like now. It's what that, I know I talk about this often, but it's just something that gets on my nerves, of the whole almost indicating I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna say I know what I'm doing 100% of the time, but like, I feel like I have a bit of competency in this field now. Or at least I should have garnered enough respect for that, what I can do. And go from there. I don't know. Oh, you know what I want to fucking talk about for a moment that I think is awesome? Y'all seen the new Dead by Daylight announcements? Fucking, they're getting a D&D one, which looks cool as shit. It looks like some form of lich sort of thing, which looks cool. And they're getting fucking Castlevania. Dude, I'm so down for a Castlevania collab. That seems cool as shit. I don't know if any of y'all have seen the tweets. But they're just awesome. I'm so excited. Oh, also, in unrelated news, MiHoYo's fucking got a launcher now that's going to be like a universal launcher for all of their games. Here we go. Okay, here's Dead by Daylight. Here's their Twitter. So this is the fucking Dungeons and Dragons dude. Which I don't know how much of this I can...
Poor misguided wanderers. First...
just tried to full screen it. Come on, game. Or come on, not game. Website.
There were many.
There we go.
And now, so few. How little you must value your lives to take a single insignificant breath in my sanctum. I'm afraid there will be no quick death for you. No escape from this suffering. I
So yeah, that's fucking cool. Again, I don't know Dungeons and Dragons well enough to tell you exactly what this dude is or who he is, if he's something special. But that's fucking cool as shit. And then... oh, come on, game. I keep saying come on, game. It's just the default. Let's see. So this is what he looks like. Which, again, looks cool. But yeah, here we go. Dude, I saw that and I'm like, this is, I kind of like the D&D one, but this one's just so fucking cool. But it's August 6th. Dude, I'm so down for a Castlevania fucking, like, a vampire. That sounds so cool. And Dead by Daylight. Like, what? It's so fucking on point. To be fair, I genuinely have a big love for Dead by Daylight. I don't play it anywhere near as often as I would like to. And that's because I don't like playing pubs. Pubs are fucking awful. They are what ruined my love for that game. But playing with friends and shit like that, oh, it's so good. I just need to get a fucking good friend group together for it. It is incredibly fun of a game to play with, especially with friends. Alright, I'm gonna probably call it here for today. I know it's only 2.5 hours. We can go longer today, but I also kind of want to go do my shopping. As well as I don't think there's much else really to cover. I think we've done a solid job with Shy for now. Like, genuinely, I'm actually really happy with a lot of this. We do need to, let's add a note to remind ourselves. Add wave type system to this. Would change between line or circle. And there's another type of spawning system I do want to add, and that was one of the other one I want to add impacts one of the modifiers that is currently disabled because there's just no system in place for it, which is the I'm die thank you forever, I'm pretty sure. Because I just want to have it so it can spawn random explosions around you constantly. Again, both Vampire Survivors, Holocure, and like Soulstone Survivors, mainly the previous two, have a great example of like having, say, like you're here and it will just go like, cool, here's some danger zones, things will spawn in these locations, dealing damage or spawning enemies, stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. We'll probably see about implementing that next time. I don't want to do it today. Again, I'm kind of getting a bit coded out because I am doing so many coding assignments. I only have 5 more weeks of this semester. So when that happens, we might, I don't know what we'll do. But we'll do something between now and then. Well, during that time of break. I might have to take a bit of a holiday, though, during that time, but I might do some longer streams. We'll see. Anyway, nonetheless, though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You're awesome. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.